found out today that overall prices rose a little more than expected last month, inflation at 2.9%. The so-called core inflation rate, though, was 3.2%, which was a smaller increase than last month and better than expected. So a little bit of good, a little bit of bad news in this report. Meanwhile, KeyBank is out with its yearly financial mobility survey with some striking findings. Exactly half of Americans say they're feeling financially stressed. However, 45% say that they could come up with $2,000 if they had an unexpected expense, and about a third say they could come up with $5,000 for an emergency. Matt Zwolinski is Buffalo market retail leader for KeyBank. Thanks for coming in to talk to us about this. What else stands out in this report? You know, sort of the good and the bad, right? Folks still say they're stressful, but they seem to be in a decent financial position.
Yeah, so what stands out to me, Michael, is that I think people are making progress, right? So while I think we're all feeling stressed, things cost more today than they did, a couple of years ago, and we may be relying on our credit cards a little bit more. Overall, people are making improvements and they're gaining.
And in terms of it being a new year, a lot of people are sort of putting out a financial plan for 2025. What should they be thinking about as they're doing that?
I think, for a lot of people, the first thing that comes to mind, obviously, with a new year and New Year's resolutions is budgeting, right? Like having a plan and making sure that you're able to stick to that plan can really help you gain in your financial confidence as well as your financial security. But also the opportunity is it's a great time to sit down and talk with a professional. Talk with someone who can give you some of that advice, that guidance, and that financial education that you need to help you kind of progress in your plan.
And then in Western New York, we're always wondering how are things looking. Obviously, we know we have a very robust housing market because Zillow just said it's the hottest housing market in the country, right? But for people, and people are in all different sorts of financial condition, but writ large, how are we doing economically?
I mean, from my personal perspective, I would say the Buffalo market, it's an exciting time, right? We continue to see growth. We continue to see opportunities come to the market. Obviously, there's a little bit of uncertainty with changes in administrations and all of those things that play into kind of our economics. But overall, I think Buffalo continues to grow, and it's an exciting time for Buffalo to see not only the growth in the housing markets, but education as well as business. It's thriving.
Matt Zwolinski, Buffalo market retail leader for KeyBank. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.